In Wayne County, lawmakers and community members are raising concerns about radioactive waste from an atomic bomb that's heading to a landfill in Buren Township.
The big question is why local officials and residents weren't told about it earlier. CBS News Detroit's Andres Gutierrez is outside the Guardian building in downtown Detroit, where Wayne County commissioners called a special meeting today.
During this afternoon's meeting, besides residents voicing their fears over the unknowns, lawmakers want to see more regulation and more transparency.
I want to know if I'm safe.
This is the meeting that many who live around Wayne Disposal wish would have happened before learning last week the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers plans to send 600 trucks filled with radioactive soil and concrete from the Manhattan project to the landfill off I-94.
If they're not getting into the neighborhood and contacting us or asking us for our opinion, it just seems kind of shady.
When John McClain moved here in 1999, he knew he would be living next to the dump, but didn't expect it would be processing hazardous material. One of the reasons the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers awarded the facility this latest contract.
I would like to see a report from the Army Corps of Engineers. That'd be nice to see what they say about it. I'm just kind of assuming that they're saying that it's going to be taken care of, it's going to be safe, but you know, the wind usually blows from the dump, you know, out here.
Some of John's neighbors don't view it that way.
I understand their worry, but that's what the place was made for. They got it fixed to where they can take toxic waste. So, I mean, I might not make a lot of people happy, but it just doesn't bother me.
However, some are worried about the environmental and health risks and are upset that state regulators never gave them a heads up.
This is regulated by EGLE, so EGLE was notified and they knew it was coming. I think that there are people that deal with this on such a day-to-day basis that they don't have a political filter or understand that people in communities are going to be very upset and are very worried.
Elected leaders in this room are now pushing for stricter regulations. Some of the proposals on the table include increasing tipping fees to make waste disposal more costly and imposing limits on the number of hazardous waste facilities allowed in communities. There's also a call to pass legislation that would ensure communities are informed about what waste is being brought into their areas.
I know they say it's not that hazardous, but come on now, whose decision was it to, again, drive 266 miles from New York to Michigan? And if it's not hazardous, why don't they do it somewhere in New York?
Now, Congresswoman Debbie Dingell and Wayne County Executive Warren Evans will hold a special town hall next Wednesday on September 4th at 6 p.m. at the Ted Scott campus of the Wayne County Community College in Belleville. Representatives from U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, EGLE, and the EPA will be attending that meeting. Reporting in downtown Detroit, Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.